All right, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Sunday morning. Happy Sunday. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah, 7th. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How we doing today? I am in Bailey's new kind of reworked her office yesterday. Got to do new desk. Get set up so she's more comfortable in here and not working at the kitchen table. So she enjoys that. So let me know how you guys are doing. Pop in the chat, scale of 1 to 10. What's happening today? Yeah, it's just it's still dark out here in Dallas, and we'll be heading for Houston today at some point. So good to see you guys, Roy, Locke. Yeah, our outdoor living pond guys are locking down the stage this morning. Thinking about taking this mug home with me. Yeah. Well, we had I won't say a relaxing day yesterday, but we didn't hit it too hard and worked on the presentation that I'm going to be doing on day 2 of Brown School coming up in Houston on Tuesday. So good morning, Luke McGee. Welcome to the great state of Texas. You too, Dan Bennett. On time. Maybe it was that. Did I send you a Facebook message? I had polluted a bunch of people's feeds this morning with, hey, I'm going live, going live, going live. It works. People go, oh yeah, Bob's live. I'll check it out. So good morning, Jess Novak. Good to see you. Sorry for the spam. Oh, well, you can block me. Yeah, I moved the plant again, Locke. Bailey said, oh, you moved my plant. I said, yeah, I need something other than just a blank wall. Hopefully it doesn't fall down on me. It's kind of creepy. I moved it and the top came off. So, hey, is this real? Hey, is that velvet? How we doing this morning? How's your weekend been, guys? Get anything done? Anything exciting? Pop it in the chat. Full screen here so I can see my notes. Almost stepped on my glasses yesterday. That would have been good. I put them in right here, like old man pocket glasses thing, and then I threw my shirt in the laundry. While I was getting ready to throw the shirt in the laundry, I said, how'd my glasses get on the floor? Did that to a retainer once when I was a kid. Oh, well, good morning, Pete Christensen. Welcome to Texas. You guys have a good day today. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow over at Hawkside Hall in Spring, Texas. Not really Houston, but we just say Houston because it's very close. So basically the Houston area. So, but yeah, good to see you guys on here. I hope you got a great day lined up. Today, I want to, Roy says, I get to go snow plowing again. Jeez. Yeah, we're going home to snow as well. I keep looking at my Ring camera and the Jeep's covered with snow. So should be a block of ice when I get there. So that's good. But yeah, we're ready for it, I guess. So seems a little bit early this year, and the cold, I guess, is very early. So which doesn't bode well for the people in Maine because if there's not snow cover, the frost gets pounded into the ground early, and we can have some problems with pipes. But yeah, dinner with Pete and his family and the McGee's last night. That's cool, Dan. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, left it home. Yep, it's that time of year, guys. We're going to get some snow. Anyway, good to see you guys all here this morning. Been fun watching the numbers climb and sharing this out. And you guys that are sharing it, I appreciate you. You can share it while we're on the call. That always helps as well, get more people involved. Alicia Berry, good to see you. Tony Ruffin is here. Good morning, guys. Yeah, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, coffee's good. Well, it's Bailey's got one of those Nespresso things, and this is number 3 for me. and it'll stop at 3 because I think I drank them all. So, morning, Yin says, hung out with a lot of clients last night. That's good. Yeah, thank you, Roy. Roy, you're probably the one that shares it the most, so I appreciate you, brother. Yin and Locke and you guys, Peter Christensen, Dan, you guys all sharing. So thank you. I appreciate it. It only takes a second. And like I said, if you don't want your feed polluted with it, pick somebody that needs to hear it, someone in your circle that would be helpful, and just send it. Share it as a DM or a Facebook message or something like that. So Guys, we're talking about contractor leadership lately. Day 4 today is about accountability without drama. And people think that, accountability is just, you hear accountability, you think they're going to get the wet noodle out and the pool noodle out, right? No, not at all. It's not conflict. Accountability doesn't need to breed conflict. Good morning, Dustin. How are you, buddy? It's clarity. It's clarity. And don't we all just want some clarity, right? Most contractors will avoid accountability because they hate tension. They don't like having that tough conversation. Hey, man, I got to talk to you about this. That wasn't the way we needed that done. They don't want employees mad at them. They don't want subs pushing back. God forbid, that you tell the plumber something, he says, "Screw you, I'm not showing up anymore." Well, dude, I just asked you to clean up a little bit, So they don't want that pushback. They don't want clients upset. Hey, man, ABC client, we kind of talked about you not directing the efforts of the subcontractors. Kind of says so right here in the contract. But here you go. You got the plumber inside the other end of the house fixing some things. So, we talk about that. We have some accountability. Jubal Williamson is here. Good to see you. We don't want those awkward conversations, right? And you just got to step into them. But instead of doing that, they avoid it. They'll let things slide. They tolerate low standards, and they justify poor performance. They just kind of hope it fixes itself, and it doesn't, guys. It gets worse. It never does. All right, so today is about learning how to hold people accountable the right way. Calm, clear, respectful, and drama-free, rather than just a good old punch in the nose. Sometimes, hey, let's step outside for a minute. I want to do your employee review. Whack. No, that probably is not going to work. Jubal, you kind of come see us in Houston this week? It's only right around the corner. Dan Bennett calling you out. Yeah, so I had a lot of this in early on contracting days where I was like, okay, if somebody does something I'm not happy with or that pisses me off, frankly, I'm gonna tell them about it. I'm just gonna say, hey, that's not the way we chatted about that, and it worked pretty well. The times that I let things slide, it would always get worse. I remember one time, like a crew kept showing up late, 10 minutes late, not an hour late, just 10 minutes. I mean, come on, man. It would just grate on me, right? And one time is one thing, right? But 10 minutes late every single day, that becomes a pattern. I let it slide, then I let it slide again, then I let it slide again. And guess what? It slid because I didn't want to have that conversation. All right. And what happened is other guys mimicked the behavior. They said, well, it's okay to come 10 minutes late. This guy's not going to be here. The culture declined. Clients noticed, right? They're going to notice that stuff. Job flow got messy. We didn't know what we were getting done in any particular day. And I got frustrated and resentful, frankly. All because I just avoided a 60-second conversation with somebody. I remember Steve says a lot, the fish stinks from the head down. There's a lot of truth to that. Jubal's coming in tonight. Good to see it. Love to see that, Jubal. We're going to have fun. Yeah. I mean, when I finally addressed it, had the 60-second conversation, all of a sudden the problem disappeared. They're just like kids sometimes. They go, oh, we can't do that? Oh, we'll do what they ask. Simple as that, right? Leadership requires courage, guys. Courage to step into those tough conversations, okay? And it's not about being harsh. The accountability stuff, it's not about being harsh or being a prick or anything like that. It's just about being honest. Most people misunderstand accountability. It's not, oh, I want to hold him accountable. Listen, getting pointing at somebody. That's not how this is going to go, right? It's not that at all. It's not yelling or threatening or shaming. It shouldn't be. Real accountability simply is this, like, here's what we agreed to. Here's what happened. Let's get back on track. Simple as that. Calm, direct, professional. I didn't say or else. I didn't say this is why I think it happened, right? So this is what we agreed to. This is what happened. Let's get back on track. Boom. All right. Avoidance creates the drama. Okay. not accountability. So leaders say, I'll deal with it later. It's not worth bringing up. He knows what he did. I don't want to start something. But avoidance delays the correction, increases the problem, creates resentment, encourages repeat behavior, sends the message that standards don't matter. So drama increases when accountability decreases, okay? So don't be the one that says, I'll deal with it later. It's not worth bringing up. He knows what he did. I don't want to start something, okay? You got to hit it head on, okay? Accountability's got to be immediate and specific. It's like with a toddler, right? You correct the behavior the second it happens. You can't sit them down at the dinner table and say, hey, back there around lunchtime when you did that thing, why did you do that? They don't know. They don't care, right? Just need to correct it in the moment. Nick Needham, thank you, sir. Glad you're here. Good to see you back. Vague accountability sounds like you need to do better. We can't keep having issues. This isn't working. Yeah, avoidance creates the drama, Michelle says. Wonder how you experience that. Yeah, we can't have issues around here. We got to fix this. Take care of this business here. Strong accountability sounds like you were scheduled here at 7 a.m. You arrived at 7:14. That can't continue. All right. This area was supposed to be cleaned at the end of the day. It wasn't. I said, don't make that face afterwards. Shit. Hey, have fun with this stuff. We agreed that you'd send updates by noon. They didn't go out. Don't say why. Say we need to correct that. We need to get back on track. I need those to go out. We need those to go out to be successful. Okay, so it's specific, not emotional. It's clear, not harsh. It's immediate. We're not avoiding it. Okay, so jump all over that stuff, guys. It's not comfortable. The accountability stuff is not comfortable. Good morning, Dave Brackett. So your tone determines the outcome every single time, right? You can hold someone accountable with zero drama if your tone stays calm, neutral, steady, factual. And then your tone is going to communicate leadership, authority, respect, professionalism. Simple as that, right? Business is business to some degree, right? Emotions low, accountability high. Simple 3-step accountability framework coming up right here. Step 1, state the standard. Use the script. It works every time. This is the expectation. Start time is 7 a.m. Step 2, state the facts. You arrived at 7:14 today. In fact, for the last several days, it's been no earlier than 7:10. Redirect. Step 3, redirect. That can't continue. What needs to change so this doesn't happen again? I'll wait, right? So calm, clear, and solution focused, guys. I know I joked around a little bit, but not, hey, why were you late? Do you not care about your job? Are you trying to make me look bad in front of the customer? No, you can't do that. Trust me, I've tried it. It doesn't work. Right? Leaders don't make it personal. They make it clear. Clear, concise, done, and then close your mouth. Okay? Accountability builds respect, guys, not resentment. If somebody resents you for holding them accountable, there's a bigger problem going on there than you might see. Okay? They might not like the accountability in the moment, but they're going to respect leaders who aren't afraid to be honest, who keep standards high, address issues early, stay consistent, stay calm, stay fair. I always said that to people. You may not like what I have to say to you from time to time, but I don't ever want you to say I wasn't fair. You'll always be able to say I was fair, even if that means you going out the door. So leaders don't make it personal. They make it clear. Yeah, thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. What about, I've noticed you've been showing up 10 to 15 minutes late recently. Is everything okay? Nothing wrong with that, Matt. more empathetic approach. Yeah. And then you can work into, well, I get that. Thanks for sharing. What needs to change so that you can be here on time? Because we're going to go back to the standard, right? 10 to 15 minutes late recently. Well, I just decided to start taking my daughter to daycare to make it easier on my wife, because it takes her longer to blow dry her hair in the morning, right? So you have to be careful of that. Sometimes you can end up working for them. Yeah, when you avoid accountability, a team loses respect for you right off the bat. Okay, because if you've got somebody working for you that is accountable and they see you let somebody slide, or some behavior or standard just arbitrarily be lowered or ignored, what does that say? It says you're not a strong leader. That's what it says to me. And I don't know about you, but I don't like to work for a poor leader, a weak leader. When you handle the accountability well, they'll trust you more, right? Absolutely. So, and I know some of you guys on this call have been through this because I've worked with you. It's not fun. It's not fun. Man, just do your stuff. Right? Just do your stuff, man. Maybe even come in 5 minutes early, get the trailer opened up. What would life look like if we did that? Yeah. So, all right, time for reflection. Ask yourself this: what behavior am I tolerating that's creating problems later? Guys, this could be relationship stuff too. It doesn't have to be contracting. It could be family stuff, whatever. Doesn't have to be contract. Could be any kind of business. If you're an entrepreneur, could be an employee. If you're an employee, W-2, same thing. You might be managing 2 or 3 guys. What are you tolerating for behavior from them that you're just choosing to vent to your upper management about and not doing anything about? Yeah. Bernie Malloy, good to see you, buddy. It's on here on YouTube. Yeah, I miss you, brother. Who do I need to have a calm, direct conversation with this week? Who needs a calm, direct conversation? So, hey, it's something I've been wanting to chat with you about. Yeah, I probably should have a while back when it started, but I was uncomfortable to have the conversation, but I really think we need to. Yeah, man, it's yeah, you notice everybody else is getting here, 10 of or right at 7, but you've been showing up at 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven every day. And that's not what we agreed to when we brought you on a few months back. What needs to change? Yeah. Nick says, do you have an episode to get to know you and your background better? I really like your advice, and it's clear it is the wisdom and spirits you live. Yeah, Nick, reach out, DM me. I'll shoot you the Wendy's not on here, but she shoots the YouTube channel. I've also got a website too, so I'll send you some stuff. But I appreciate you being on here, man. And I've done this. This is day 346. So there's a ton of videos on YouTube, and I've run the gamut 10-day series on. I've done like limiting beliefs and you name it as it relates to personal development and also business development from my experience in 20 years as a remodeling general contractor. So, and I like to say that most of what I share is things I've learned doing it the wrong way. So anyway, I had some success with it too, and I sometimes I don't say that, but I did pretty well at times. But I also learned a lot by taking the what is it, that school of hard knocks that oftentimes cost me money to fix stuff. So, but I appreciate you asking. I'll reach out to you. But thank you. Ask yourself this: where have I avoided accountability out of fear or discomfort? It doesn't feel good, does it? Like, I don't really want to do that. That's kind of one of those conversations. Somebody might get butthurt, right? You got to do it. You got to do it. It's the only way to grow, and it's the only way to create a culture that you can in a company that you can scale. Otherwise, you're just scaling a big chaotic mess. Okay. And that lastly, what standard needs immediate reinforcement? What standard needs immediate reinforcement? Nick says, yeah, the school of hard knocks too. I always say that there's a wrong way to do it. I've made myself. Yeah, maybe even twice, right? I know we can get that square peg in the round hole. Would you? If it doesn't work, hit it harder, right? So sometimes that means your head off a door jamb. But yeah, I get it, man. I get it. So maybe I can help you avoid some of that stuff. So, yeah, I would encourage you guys to just have one accountability conversation today. And hey, maybe it needs to be with yourself, right? Setting that standard for yourself. Okay. Dan Bennett says the only way we really learn, falling on our face and getting back up stronger. Yeah, just hit it harder, Locke says. You know, particularly with electronics, there's not much a good swift kick won't fix. and if that, and if that doesn't work, Billy jack that thing right into the trash and head for Best Buy. That's my advice on fixing electronics. Yeah, maybe have an accountability conversation today, guys. And like I said, might need to be with you. Like, where are you falling short? What is your standard? And as always, don't try to boil the ocean. Fix one thing, okay, and then fix another, and stack a few wins. Get a little bit of momentum. And as one of my coaches, Ben Newman, always says, create a never do it again list. Like, and for real, sit and write down some things like, I am never doing that again. Like, Nick, you made that one mistake or whatever it was last week, and you kind of knew when you were doing it. Like, I just do this. It'll be quick and easy. I'll follow up on a process later and fix that. Write it down. I'm never doing that again. You know, I'm never doing that again. And one of my things, why I never do it again lately is really like, spending time where it's not appreciated or fruitful, so to speak, where it's not beneficial. Okay, where either someone doesn't appreciate it or I get something out of it. Okay, so I'm not going to waste time. I'm 56 years old. I don't have a whole bunch of time to waste on things. I'm not going to do that. Bernie says, I wrote a 6-month vision, 1 year, then 5 year. Absolutely. Yeah, Locke Johnson, I feel for each of these convos you have to approach others with you. You owe yourself 2 of them. Yeah, probably. Every time you point at someone, the thumb's pointing back at you, right? As I always say, read that book, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. I keep that kind of right on my desk at home, and because I'm either talking about it or thumbing back through it. I love that book. It relates like lessons learned in the missions in the field, and they relate them or restructure them into something that for business or the boardroom, and it was really cool. And my retention's terrible with books and things like that, so for me to remember that and have that kind of impact on me means that it was really good in my estimation. So yeah, Nick, sounds like you've read it. That's awesome. I read that at a time when I was really frustrated with a lot of people, and I realized that the guy that put those people in those positions was me. And so it really had to make me take a look in the mirror. So Locke says, make each day a net positive or responsibility acquisition. 100%. Yeah. Remember, guys, calm, clear, specific, direct, professional. Okay. Just like that. Business is business. I know sometimes you want to go high order on someone, and that might feel good for a minute, or hey, you'll be out of here. I'll free up your future, or whatever. But in the end, it's really up to you to make sure that, hey, if you've got somebody that's 80% what you need them to be, coach them up to the 100%. That's on you. So anyway, so guys, I appreciate you. Have a great day today. Do something nice for someone. Hold yourself accountable. Think of where you might need to have one of those conversations this week for someone. And I would challenge you and ask you if this had impact on you, or you got a nugget or two from this, just share it. Either send it to somebody in a DM, say, hey, check this guy out tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern, or post it on your page and say, I was listening to this today and it hit home or had some impact. I would really appreciate that. Don't worry about what other people think. Just post it up. All right. So Nick, thank you for being here. I'll reach out to you. Locke, thank you for your comments and your insight. Bernie Malloy, good to see you. And all you guys that are here in Texas or headed to Texas for our ground school event Monday and Tuesday inside the Rosenberg Group. Look forward to seeing you guys. I'm doing a presentation on Tuesday, and that'll be fun. And we're going to talk about leadership in moments of truth. So we're going to get all up in your business, as I usually like to do. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Have a great day today. Do something nice for somebody. Reach out, hold yourself accountable, and figure out where or who with you might need to have one of those conversations this week. All right. Talk with you guys soon. Later.